Everyone, bring it on in. A dual day in the market, to say the least. A little tushy market today. Obviously experienced some red in there, but like I said, not really too far to expectation. Like I said, Tesla's kind of following along these trends. Like I said, guys, this is what I expected after earnings. It always happens with Tesla. This might be one of those last few points of buy-in on a lot of these stocks that are about to show y'all a little something. That's why I had to put that thumbnail down there like that, yeah. But nonetheless, listen, coming in with y'all with a smooth little clip that's kind of speaking on the same thing. I think the guy's name is Adam Johnson, kind of basically speaking on the market and why we had such a red bloody day today. Like I said, I just know with Tesla, it just has to do with earnings. People are collecting, but what I'm watching, we're gonna go over as far as like key levels we watching. Like I said, if you felt like you missed out, your time for your dip is here. But like I said, I expect institutional investors to come in and buy that dip up quick with it. So hey, without further ado, do that wind effect. Do that wind effect. Bring it in. Bring it in. You got to bring it in. Bring it in. Yeah. Some slight like that. Without further ado, let's just get straight down to it, shall we?
Sitting right next to you. He's our market guy of this morning.
I'm nervous.
No, I love what you just said, and I agree with everything.
Why do you think that the selling in Tesla and Netflix has gone overboard? Why?
Yeah, I think it boils down, Stuart, to short-term trader versus long-term investor. And Lauren, you just...
Listen, I want everybody to fully understand the things and the sways of the market. It's almost a matrix in the fact that each and every single day is appealing to each different type of trader, where you're a day trader, swing trader, long-term investor. And as a trader, one, you should be doing that on all stocks. But you're noticing in each and every single day a way that something's moving on the short term, where we're having explosions upright that have now given us a cushion to protecting from where we built our previous support at. And then also the same facet, you're catching where you have people that made who knows how much on options in the last 3 days. But you got to understand that when these things dip like this is an opportunity for a long-termer. This is a long-term investor's best point, because you didn't want to buy when it was in the middle of the run. So now the thing is, we're sitting up here waiting for some key levels. Like I said, we're going to go over. Let's
just pointed out the two sides in each case. If you look at Tesla, let's just start with that. Yes, margins were down 25% because they lowered price, but they actually sold 50% more cars. So they made up for it on volume. So I think people looked at that headline and said, oh gosh, this is terrible. Cutting price, they're losing profitability. No, dig deeper. They've got more money coming in the front door. They're selling more.
Tesla had an immaculate earnings. I'm just telling everybody here, you got to understand this. This is a buying opportunity, dollar cost average. If you can't afford the full thing, go in that description, download Weeble, do your fraction share. There's no excuse. Like I said, the next bump up, I'm going to look back to you like, hey, I told you around this range.
Is it a buying opportunity for a long-term investor on both stocks?
Yes, it is. And by the way, with Netflix, the stock was doing well in the after hours until during the conference call, the management team said, well, because of the writer's strike, we may have fewer titles for a few months. Well, that's a short-term blip, right?
Yeah.
And that's what said. So again, short-term trader, long-term investor. That's the choice.
Market flagellant.
They're both wonderful companies. I don't own either one, but I think it's a great illustration of the short-term, long-term.
Apple is developing their own version of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
The greatest generational wealth transfer is underway, people. Not on, and y'all, and you be a fool to think that it's just ChatGPT. Apple's gonna eventually become a bank on y'all, and y'all don't even see the full plan that's going out as it's unrolling. But like I said, I can only keep screaming it to you: Tesla, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Apple, Netflix. I don't know if I said Amazon, Path, XRP, XLM, Bitcoin, HBAR. Hey, listen. Hey, you don't have to have your thought in your yacht. Don't worry. I will take more thoughts in more yachts. That's all I'm saying. But you can't say nobody was now calling for you. I'm just going to tell you. We've been on pizzled.
When you hear that, are you
We've been on pizzled with expectations.
I already own it. Apple I've owned for a long time. I don't think I will ever sell Apple. I think it's one of the most innovative companies that we have ever seen in this country. It defines American ingenuity. What's fascinating about the Apple AI story is that actually this is a result of having hired a Google AI executive back in 2018 and actually...
You see how much more loose in the shoulders bulls are than the guys from yesterday, which you can clearly tell are bears in the way that they invest.
Paying rights to Google to use what was then called their Ajax platform. They've adopted it for their own. So here you have actually Apple capitalizing on Google. I think it's going to be huge, and I think what I think they're really doing, everything they do at Apple, I think is pointing towards some sort of ultimately autonomous vehicle. And I think AI at Apple paves the way for...
Oh, y'all forgot about the Apple electric car that's supposed to be coming out. Not anytime soon, but that's in the woodworks. Yeah, no. Yeah, you're right. $200, too much, right?
An autonomous Apple vehicle. That I would buy.
Yeah, you would?
Yeah, I would.
Although
I know,
we've been
call me
talking
crazy.
about the Apple car, the iCar, for what, a decade now?
Yes, but I think the reason it's taking so long is because when Apple does something, they do it right.
Well,
you know, you open it out of the box and it works. To get an autonomous vehicle just work out of the box, that takes some time.
I want to see it first.
Yeah.
Adam, thank you very much indeed. Here's what's coming up on the show today. The White House.
Yes, sir. Bob Jilly Pants Jones. Whoa. All right, let's dash down to this. I got a funny clip for us at the end, guys. This is unbelievable. It's y'all present. I just couldn't believe this was actually real. But nonetheless, guys, coming in, tapping in quick with AMC as we talked about yesterday. We finished literally equal. You know, this whole day was just foo-foo. There's massive algo trading going on, guys. There's nothing that's going to happen until we get to that judge decision. That's just a simple fact we're waiting on. We're waiting on judge acts. Of course, we're still going to go over our charts and everything today. But still, nonetheless, there's nothing here. There's nothing going on. Estimated short interest sitting at 28.4. Days to cover is still at 10.32. Cost to borrow average was 957% today, with a cost for our max of 1,004. We did a little further deep digging. Currently, at this moment of recording, we have 200,000 shares available at a 974% cost to borrow rate, but the highest that we saw today was 1,053%. This is insane. And it further ties in the fact that they're scraped, but they're getting these shares from lending apps, share loan apps. People are taking them out they offering. And I can't even be mad at them. All right, let's see here. NYS, guys, we've been on the threshold list. Today marks the 18th day. That'll be the 18th day on the threshold list. They supposed to have done something at 13. This is immaculate. This is insane. Yeah, it's us versus the world at this point, just like we mentioned. Put it across. This is, I think the guy's name is AMC to the moon. This is Fintel. Who was that? He said Fintel offering for shares. Let me see here. Fidelity, I said Fintel. Fidelity offered him shares. We've been keeping track of this number, but now we got another even higher number on the 20th, which is an interest rate they're offering him of 128% on his shares to lend them out. This guy's got to have a hocus pocus amount of shares for him to be reaching out like that. But nonetheless, just to show you how much of a pinch these people are in. But like I said, we all know that none of that matters. It's all irrelevant. It's all comes down to the judge. But let her even say delay. I'm telling y'all, there's E85 gasoline sitting in the trunk of this thing. All right. Coming through, as everybody should know, we recorded in yesterday's video, but FEDNOW is officially live. Guys, again, why I made the thumbnail the way it is, guys, it's an opportunity to be loading in. I've been buying decently. I have a chunk of them, but I want more at this point. But it's just crazy how we went from 30, now we're sitting at 80 cents. That changed the whole dynamic of how much it was costing to get the amount of shares. Like I said, there's a certain amount that I just stick to depositing and buying each time, paycheck. But like I said, it's crazy how quickly it's moved. But FEDNOW has gone live. Domestic transfers, optional use of XRP first to implement when they start doing domestic transfers. And cross-border, obviously, is a massive opportunity for XRP, waiting for big players to onboard. I think it was, I forgot how many people already started out. I think it was something like 100 banks or something that were are already live with it, already prepared for it. That's insanity. But like I said, my Lambo seats are going to be yellow. I mean, you know what? I'm not even going to get a Lamb. That's uncomfortable. I want a Porsche Panamera. I'm getting the electric Porsche Panamera or Porsche 911. I'm going to get that 911. I'm throwing yellow seats in there. Maybe get another Scaddy or something like that. But put it on through. Just pulling in to show everybody what we're sitting at. Still sitting at 86. XRP is holding her frame up there with that. People were expecting to come diving right back down. Guys, we chunked up, and like we said, what do we see here? How do I? This is not what I want to do. Let's go by the number. They don't have it because it's been more. But basically, if y'all been holding for the last 8 days, your money's up 70%, something like that. 70%. You can't beat that, guys. Sitting at number 4, coming in heavy. The big banger, the life changer, the wife changer. But guys, here, just tap it in before we dip out. Look, this is, tell me this ain't real. Tell me this is not y'all president here. Tell me this is not y'all president.
We brought Israelis and Palestinians together at a political level, and Aqua and Bullseye. Yes. And as I affirmed a friend, we brought Israelis and Palestinians together
good now, Ben.
at a
Oh
political
my
level,
God. You gotta look around like this.
And Aqua and Bullseye. Yes. And as
that wind was hitting perfect.
We brought Israelis.
Oh my God! Hey, this is insane. The world that we live in is almost out of touch with reality. Like I feel like, which I already know we're in a matrix, but geez, this is just. I said about like, how does this occur? How do you get to this role? But nonetheless, people, hey, much love to y'all. What a celebration. We sitting up above 900. I think we're somewhere sitting at 901 at the current recording, guys. Big 900 club, pushing to 1,000, guys. Hey, this has been a dream of mine. I wish I had started earlier, but it's just a point to prove to guys. You can do anything that you want to and that you put your mind to and go ahead and dive down on. That's the same with these investments, the investments that come. Guys need to be having plans of what you're going to do with your money because, like I said, the time exposure to the market is what gets you the W. We've been in these markets for a while. You learn some lessons with AMC. You learn some things, but this market exposure has gotten you comfortable. We're moving around. We're looking at different plays. We're getting at cryptos. I would have never thought that I would have been as proficient as I am in crypto now. I haven't cold storage and all this, but look, just the time in the market and experience will always build you to be the best and best trader. You're picking up on things. Hey, kudos, y'all. Much respect. Hey, love y'all, boys. Thanks so much for the support. Keep coming. Hey, if you like the content, hey, throw a subscribe on it. That music jamming at the end. We already know. Hold on 1 second. Bring back a throwback sip. Yes, sir.